I already know what you're thinking. That's a rather suggestive video title. It could only mean one thing. We're gonna learn something today. Hello Internet, it is Steph. Many of you know something I'm very passionate about is education, specifically education on very taboo topics. Now, sex education is only mandated in 22 states in the nation. Only 12 of these states mandate education on contraception, and only 7 of those states require that it is medically accurate. What? But sex education isn't only education about sex. It's also education about, those sexual body parts that we don't always talk about. So one that I feel like a lot of audiences can relate to is known as the vagina. First things first, who has one? Women. It is women who has them. Did you like my wrong noise? Now, all because someone has a vagina does not mean they are a woman, and not all women have them to begin with. It's very important to be aware of the transgender community and that not everyone who has specific body parts identifies with what society labels them as. There's plenty of individuals who are male to female transgender who were never born with a vagina, and there's plenty of female to male men who were born with them. So there's plenty of men who have them, there's plenty of women who don't, and there's plenty of genders in between that who may or may not have them. Now, the vagina is a great organ. It is where your babies can come from, it has all these amazing nerve endings, and it also has something that's not so great, which is known as, a period. This is something that was not really talked about a lot when I was younger, so I was really confused when I was first getting my period. What is it? It's pretty much what I used to describe it as: your vagina gets sad that an egg wasn't used, and your uterus has to get rid of this lining, which could take several days. So what I've been using for years is this app called Clue, which is available on iPhones or Android and even, Apple Watch. Hey, what time is it? Up, period o'clock. So with this, you'll know what days you're most likely and least likely to get your period or PMS. It can also let you know if you're into baby making, when you're the most fertile, all of that fun stuff. What I like specifically about this period tracker compared to most is that it has all these different tabs that you can do. So you can say your mood, you can say if you're in pain, you can say if you're sexually active, so it keeps track of all of that for you so you don't have to worry about forgetting. So the more of these fun tabs you can do, which I love doing, the more precise it is for your specific body. You don't even need it for yourself. One of my really good guy friends in high school growing up had a period tracker on his phone so he could, manage his mom's PMS and know when she'd get really moody with him. Something else that really isn't brought up a lot in sex ed is that women really need to protect themselves from STDs. What do we do to protect from STDs besides the male condom? There's plenty of guys who are either allergic or have a preference for not using them. So does that mean you shouldn't use a condom? No, wrong noise here! It is so important, if you don't know your sexual partner's history, that you do protect yourselves, because women are at risk. So there are female condoms. They're not as popular, but they are extremely important and extremely useful. But pretty much if this is your vagina hole, you just stick it in there, and it's also can be a form of latex or another rubber, so that way you also have protection against STDs. It's not quite as effective as the male condom, but it is a lot better than nothing. Since this video is specifically about vaginas, there's a lot of sexual risks along with oral sex or same sex or whatever you want to describe it as. If someone is performing oral sex on that's my new word for it, there's a thing known as a dental dam. A dental dam is pretty much a giant sheet of latex, so when you're performing oral sex on your partner, you have that barrier to protect you from STDs or protect your partner from them, because you can get them through your mouth. Why does no one speak about this more? Steph, what do? I don't know where to get a dental dam. No problem, my friend. What you can do is you can actually take a male condom, and all you have to do is cut it down, and then bam, it opens up into latex. Bam, dental dam. Bam! Hacks for you. So what did we learn today? Tracking your period is such a helpful thing, I highly recommend it. Not everyone with a vagina is a woman. All because you have a does not mean you can't protect yourself just as much as male condoms can protect your male colleagues. Because there's female condoms, there's dental dams, there's all these things, there's education. And I think that's the most important key of all of this, is realizing that we need to talk about this more, because that's how we can prevent STDs. It's how we can prevent misgendering of someone due to their sexual organs. It's how we can prevent so many things, is simply talking about it and educating about it. So what do you guys think? What tips do you have? Do you find any of these tips useful? Let me know in the comments below. The links for all of my things will be in the description down here. Also, I'll put the link for the app Clue so you can get that as well. We can be tracking buddies. I love you all. Have a fantastic week. Bye!